this. He said, but I want you to know, the closer you are to the truth, the more adversity there will be. That's the way it works. And that is the truth.
I have sent the message out everywhere I've gone, but this will not stop with me. It's not about me. This tape is in other places, Art Bell, and a whole lot others. There have been people helping me, which I call the Alliance. From time to time, they have supported me, they have hidden me, they have clothed me. From time to time, I have lived in my car. And it's been hard. I have been run off the road. I have been chased in buildings. I have been picked up and thrown in a room and beaten up 3 times and drugged since this has happened. And for what? Because I have something that somebody wants. Because when I found this thing in the woods, I found a piece of hardware that I call the link, that I've stored away and I do not have in my personal possession, that has been photographed and looked at and analyzed and videotaped and stored. And it will be brought out. These people that I call the Alliance have stored hundreds of artifacts all over the world. Some the size of an orange, some the size of a Safeway truck. I have seen some of these things. I held one of these things in my hand. Something that looked like a tube made out of a ceramic or pottery material that rotated in half. That looked like a tube, nothing in the center. When you rotated it, air came out of one end. Almost pure oxygen, I was told. No power source, no batteries, no connections. That was found in Egypt. I saw a thing that looked the size of a truck, that looked like a big glass sculpture, that was beautiful. But it had no seams, it had no front end or back end, but it did have a little hole in the side, kind of an oval or egg shape. And inside there were 2 formed seats that probably only a child could fit in. And in that surface was embedded inside hieroglyphics, symbols that looked like Egyptian or Korean symbols. But they've never been cataloged before. They're not anything that anybody has cataloged here. They can't determine what this structure is made out of. And when it is activated, when some of these hieroglyphics are supposedly activated, it creates an anomaly from the front and the back end that reaches 10 miles in length, a magnetic distortion. This piece of hardware was found in Idaho in a mine 2 miles below the surface. No one knows what it's for. But the same hieroglyphics that are on it are on the thing I found. Can we show that video, please? This is the link artifact. It measures 3.5 inches by 4.5 inches. It is 3/16 of an inch in thickness. These are four of the hieroglyphs. The small one in the lower right-hand corner is shaped very similar to the obelisk, which is a symbol in the Egyptian hieroglyphics that indicates a door, an opening, or a form of communication. Each one of the hieroglyphs is a type of keypad thought to be. When I had this in my possession, I placed it on the creature's arm, and it closed by itself tightly around the clothing of the creature. As it closed, it became black like the suit and bonded directly to the suit. By pushing the little obelisk button, it released. The material is made out of a very unusual mixture of compounds. Some we don't know. Some we do know. Beryllium, aluminum, gold, copper, manganese, bismuth. These pictures were taken in Osaka, Japan, by the people who did the analysis for the Alliance. Each angle is said to have a specific reason. One thought is that one end of it is a receiver, the other end is a transmitter. It is basically a biological and mechanical controller, thought to control something between the wearer and possibly a keeper. Could be a link, could be a leash, to keep track of the one wearing it. It is hard like steel. It couldn't be bent. And has some very unique properties to it. Under forensic X-ray examination, the interior is made of layers of material, similar to a lamination. Between each lamination is a fibrous material, similar to a plant fiber, suspended within an organic material. All of those layers are put together and have this overwrapping fiber that is thought to be some kind of living circuit. Now, in a moment, you'll see the underside of this thing, which reveals 3 gold pins. Those pins are thought to penetrate the suit and the arm of the wearer, becoming a biological interface. This, in fact, would become a conscious, living connection. Some of the layers within the structure are 3 microns in thickness. A human hair is 12.